Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting edition of KPW War Zone. It is I, Tapey Styles, calling the action right down the middle, flying solo as always, and we are 6 days away from our next monthly special, quite possibly the biggest monthly special in KPW's storied history so far, Summer Spark. All the titles will be on the line in 6 nights as we take a look at the card for the monthly special coming up. Slarty going one-on-one against Corey Sinclair inside a steel cage for the Twitch Championship. Ricky Rhombus, who we will be seeing later on tonight, and actually against the Twitch champion Slarty, goes up against his friend. His partner in crime is his confidant, Sigma Shuko. Wasp and Mosquito, the Murder Hornets. We'll be seeing them later on tonight against High Velocity, the fresh new tag team joining the ranks of KPW as a warm-up bout for the tag team gold. Of course, the tag team champions being Big Bernard and Tommy Tanks, the Influence. And for the Hardcore Championship, an 8-man Hardcore Gauntlet. 8 men will enter, 7 falls will be counted. Chris Billy will be joined by 7 combatants, 7 challengers, all fighting for the Hardcore Championship. 3 of those men being Jim Ross, the prize fighter Venom Artemis, and Bam Dardino. Of course, being on the card next, Pierre Cinema going one-on-one with Jedi in his KPW singles match debut. He's been creating a lot of carnage in the past month ever since he made his debut all the way back at Cyber Sunday. Making quick work of Bam Dardino last week, taking out Pierre Cinema with a bat and busting him wide open. But the main event at Summer Spark 6 nights from now, the Sauce goes one-on-one against the Icon, the man they call Ding. In Ding's 3rd championship defense in just 8 weeks. What a storied card that we have coming up for you 6 nights from tonight. But let's talk about tonight, as we're getting word about somebody approaching ringside here. It appears that we're being joined here at the start of tonight's program by the KPW Hardcore Champion, the Lord of Darkness himself. An unholy name. The 7'4", 525-pound man beast, Crisp Billy. Uttering his name is never a safe bet. If somebody speaks of him, whether that will is good or with ill intentions, he is not far behind. He is not far away. But there is a man that does not fear Crisp Billy, and that man is the Sauce. The Sauce confided in KPW officials earlier today after blinding the KPW World Heavyweight Champion Ding last Tuesday night, in a special time slot episode of Warzone. He's moving from one face-painted freak to the next. And he wasn't going to hesitate one bit before Summer Spark. This is just icing on the cake for the Sauce. But when you're dealing with a man like Crisp Billy, you might be biting a little bit more you might be getting into a little bit more than you can chew. The Sauce might be writing some checks that his mouth can't cash. It's not very often when you see somebody rise to the occasion, openly challenging the 500-pound plus Crisp Billy. Of course, we are emanating live tonight from the Kumite Forum, our standard residency for War Zone here at KPW for over 20 weeks. Summer Spark will be, of course, held in the Kumite Square Garden 6 nights from tonight. One of the most famous venues in the world. Big power slam by Crisp Billy, ascending to the top rope. Looks like we're gonna get some aerial action from the Lord of Darkness, the man beast Crisp Billy. What an interesting dynamic this would be if Crisp Billy secures a pinfall or submission victory over the Sauce here tonight. What an interesting dynamic it would be if the Sauce were to go on to his match at Summer Spark. A ding sending a message to the current world heavyweight champion, excuse me, the Icon Ding with the ding of his own. The Sauce making it incredibly clear to the world his disdain for the world champion. Every move that he's made ever since he won that lethal lottery match all the way back in June has just been a targeted attack against the Icon Ding. We saw the Sauce blind ding with that missed twice. First time being in that controversial Ding Pierre Cinema title defense all the way back on July 15th. The second occurrence happening last week. And Crisp Billy's got the Sauce in a precarious position, setting him up for a George Foreman drill. Patented tombstone pile driver. Dragging the Sauce to the center of the ring, resting the arms over the chest. Pinfall, and the Sauce kicks out of the George Foreman drill. That might be a first time occurrence here in KPW. I don't think we've seen anybody kick out of that before. Big club to the back of the head from Crisp Billy. He's not happy about that at all. He thought he had this one. The Sauce might have to take his eyes off of Ding for tonight's bout. Crisp Billy seems to be getting the better of him as we start tonight's program. Crisp Billy looking for some aerial offense there, securing a drop kick. It's not very often when you see a 500-pound man leave the ground so willingly. Going for another pinfall here, and he gets it. Crisp Billy working double time here with a fast victory over the #1 contender, the lethal lottery winner, the Sauce. Maybe the Sauce went in a little bit over his head. Surely the Dinger, the KPW World Heavyweight Champion, has been taking some pleasure in seeing these results here. The Sauce getting way in over his head. Biting a little bit more than he could chew. The hardcore champion Chris Billy securing a major victory here tonight. Think of the message that a victory like this sends to those other 7 competitors in the gauntlet at Summer Spark. Could you imagine what kind of leverage Chris Billy could hold over the Sauce if the Sauce were to win at Summer Spark? What a dominant performance from the 7'4", 525-pound man beast, your KPW hardcore champion, Chris Billy, in our opening bout here tonight. As we understand, we've received a videotape here from the production staff from an unlikely source, especially considering what happened last week. We have to get this bad boy to play here.
Big talk from a man that wants to run it all but can't even run me out of town. Jedi, you really think that you're in control here? You think I'm gonna be easy picking just because I got 17 stitches in my head and one eye swollen shut? Taking shortcuts to the top like you did in that other company. And what are you gonna get from all of this? Taking over KPW for yourself. Taking the World Heavyweight Championship for yourself. Who are you gonna bring it home to? Nobody, that's who. You snake in the grass, you had a tag team partner. Somebody that picked you up whenever you fell off. A former world champion like yourself. You had a friend for once, and instead of living in the moment, appreciating that you were one of the lucky ones in this business, you screwed your better half, snatched his world title for yourself, and killed the company. But you aren't gonna kill this company too, Jedi. Not by a freaking long shot. I'm not gonna be 100% in 6 days, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna bounce back. I know how to wipe the dirt off my feet and move forward. The KPW fans know I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna do this for them. I'm gonna save this company from you. You might have more experience in this business, but understand this, kid. This is the major league. You want to break a bat over my face, bust me wide open, and put 17 stitches into my forehead? That's fine by me. In 6 nights, I'm gonna uphold a promise that I'm making here today for the entire world to see. I'm gonna break you, Jedi. I'm gonna do it for the fans, the boys in the back, everything that encompasses KPW and the wrestling business as a whole. You want Pierre Cinema at Summer Spark? I'm ready to sacrifice myself just to make sure you never come back. This will be the biggest match of your career, Jedi. But for me, you're gonna be my stepping stone to greatness.
What scathing words from Pierre Cinema, who appears to be in enough shape to compete at Summer Spark. You didn't think that was going to be a possibility last week when Jedi broke that bat over Pierre Cinema's head. You know, 50% would be lucky for a man like Pierre Cinema. As we gear up for tag team action here tonight, the Murder Hornets wasting no time, expecting both halves of High Velocity, Atmosphere, and Ozone. The high-flying indie sensation securing a KPW contract after their impressive debut last week. Murder Hornets, of course, using this opportunity as a warm-up against the Influence Big Bernard Tommy Tanks, the KPW Tag Team Champions. Well, they'll be meeting in the center of the ring at Summer Spark. A win here tonight for High Velocity would be a high-profile victory, to say the very least. Big back suplex from Atmosphere. Atmosphere and Wasp starting the match off for both of their teams. The faithful in the Kumite form here tonight, packed and sold out. Almost left in a state of shock after seeing how swollen Pierre Cinema's eye was. His eye just completely swollen shut. It almost looked as nasty as Steven Gielberg's. Tag made to Mosquito. As we're receiving word, speaking of Steven Gielberg, we have confirmed his involvement in that KPW Hardcore Championship Scramble. 8 men enter, 7 falls will be counted, and only 1 man will walk away the KPW Hardcore Champion. Chris Billy, of course, being the Hardcore Champion, sending one hell of a message to those 7 challengers by defeating the Sauce in singles action here tonight. Bam Dardino, the blue chipper himself, will be involved. Jim Ross making a claim for the Hardcore Championship. The prize fighter, Venom Artemis, accepting this open challenge. Steven Gielberg, of course, getting his hands dirty for the sake of championship gold at one of the grandest stages in KPW history. As Ozone and Mosquito duke it out in the middle of the ring. Wasp tag back in. Overhead snapmare from Ozone. High Velocity, known for their high flying acumen, their light feet, their lightweight agility. You saw them act surprisingly reserved in their debut match last week, and many believe that it cost them the match. They, of course, made their debuts last week against one of the keystones, the cornerstones of the KPW Tag Team Division, the Raging Bulls, Mojo Perry, Willie Nixon. They used to be much more prominent in the earlier days of KPW. They're tied with the Boise Boys for the most championship opportunities in the tag team division. Each of them receiving 2 title shots, but only the Boise Boys would go down in history as tag team champions. Spinning heel kick by Atmosphere right to the back of Wasp. Springboard moonsault from the second rope. You know, the Mirror Hornets are a bit unpredictable. You never know what they have up their sleeve. That you never know what they have to shake things up for the bout. We know that they bring those heads down to the ring. Those shrunken heads as like a form of intimidation. Because when you go up against the Murder Hornets in tag team action, you don't get any kind of physical warfare. You get psychological as well. Mosquito with control over atmosphere in this bout. Deflecting that suplex attempt. Looking for a roll-up pin with the bridge. 1 count. There's perfect form on that roll-up attempt. And then to follow it up with the drop kick. The Murder Hornets may be one of the most athletically gifted tag teams here in KPW. Murder Hornets, of course, being equal in size and strength and speed. Same goes for the new tag team, the new blood in KPW, High Velocity, Ozone and Atmosphere. They have a distinct height and weight advantage. Roll-up attempt by Wasp. Broken up with the Tope con Hilo over the top rope. High Velocity showcasing their resourcefulness. Murder Hornets showing that they can be just as resourceful, just as tactical, just as clever as any other tag team in KPW. Snap suplex by Atmosphere. Mosquito retreating back to his corner. Ozone landing on his feet after that German suplex attempt. Hurricane Rana. Murder Hornets aren't too afraid to get a bit aerial here too. Big forearm to the head from Ozone. He's getting a bit frustrated here tonight. Waistlock tie up. Big forearm into the lumbar region of Wasp. Ozone starts targeting the legs of Wasp, one half of the Murder Hornets, one half of the #1 contenders to the KPW Tag Team Championships. Ozone mounting an assault on Wasp here tonight. As we have 2 specials coming up in September. As I'm being told to inform you, the viewers, 2 weeks time on Warzone, our first ever Warzone special, the Congressional Clash. Perfect time to celebrate Labor Day, the perfect time to have a nice cookout with the family and friends. Have some burgers, have some beer, and have some wrestling. And of course, at the end of the month, our traditional monthly special will be much underway. Traditionally, we hold our monthly specials at the final Sunday of each month. Summer Spark, of course, being held In 6 nights from tonight, the final Sunday of August 25th. Big spinning wheel kick by Atmosphere, excuse me. Rough night at the office. September 29th will be the date of our next monthly special to follow Summer Spark, an event entitled Euphoria. Coming to you soon. Sunset flip, roll it into a pin. 1 count. Wasp firmly regaining control of this bout for his team. Big back body drop onto Atmosphere. Atmosphere going sky high here, looking for a splash. Wasp putting the knees up. Now he's going for a splash of his own. Looking for a leg drop from the top, and Atmosphere scouted that perfectly. These two teams are so well matched here. It's almost a stalemate. Just when you think one team has the advantage, the other team just finds a way to get back into the fight. Ozone tags in. Drop toe hold by Ozone. High Velocity showcasing that they're just a lot more than just your standard luchador tag team. They know how to take things old school if they need to. They know how to get down and dirty. They like to soar high, but they have no problem taking a nosedive just to get the job done. Suplex by Mosquito. Ozone dazed by that punch to the head, that overhand jab. Big clothesline into the corner. Big drop kick to create some space there. Float over reversal from that suplex. Ozone and Mosquito are just duking it out in the middle of the ring. The Atmosphere's tagged in, looking for a springboard drop kick. Ozone and Mosquito just dodges it completely. Gotta give credit to the Murder Hornets here. They've been more than laser focused here tonight. They've been staring daggers into the members of High Velocity there. They want to send a message to the Influence, Big Bernard, Tommy Tanks, the KPW Tag Team Champions. They want to show the world that they're more than ready to become the next KPW Tag Team Champions. But first they have to get that message across. They have to secure that victory here against High Velocity. Only their second match ever here in America. Home country, the home residents of Kumite Pro Wrestling. Even though it's broadcasted worldwide to more than 150 countries. Big spinning heel kick to the back of the neck of Atmosphere. He's dazed, he's confused. He's caught in the middle between two Murder Hornets. He finds his way out of the Hornet's nest there. Or did he? Murder Hornets making every opportunity out of this. They're double teaming Atmosphere. Ozone getting involved to try and make some space for his tag team partner. Spinning head scissors by Wasp. Coming up next, we'll be hearing from Ricky Rhombus. We haven't seen him ever since the World Championship match he had on August 5th against Ding, our current KPW World Heavyweight Champion. That could change in just a short week from now. No sight of the Dinger here tonight in the Kumite Forum, especially not after the Sauce blinded him after that promo battle. We heard it from him loud and clear. He doesn't need the people's knuckles to kick his ass. And then he sprayed that mist in Ding's face. But Ricky Rhombus coming up short in that title defense. Missing out on his opportunity to main event Summer Spark against the Sauce. Can't be happy about the way things transpired during that heavyweight championship bout. With Shuko and the Sauce running in before the bell even rang, it almost felt like the odds were stacked against him, and yet he went for 10 whole minutes against the World Heavyweight Champion. I'm sure Ricky Rhombus has a lot on his mind here tonight. And I hope he does his best to keep his mind intact. He's gonna need it for the main event when he goes one-on-one against the KPW Twitch champion, Slarty. Mosquito's calling for it. Looking for another roll-up pin. Float over to a bridge for extra leverage. Ozone breaking things up. These tag team bouts contested with a 40-minute time limit. These two teams are more than willing to go the distance against each other. When you look at KPW, when you look at the workhorses in that locker room, when you look at teams that embody fighting spirit, the roll-up attempt almost secured the Murder Hornets a 3 count. You look at guys like the Murder Hornets, you look at guys like High Velocity here tonight, you look at the Boise Boys. Well, even some of our single stars have been known to go the distance. Slarty, our former KPW World Heavyweight Champion Oliver English, Nick Flawless, Sigma Shuko, just some names in particular that embody the fighting spirit of KPW. Receiving word, the High Velocity getting another tag team match next week on War Zone against Chaos Control. A real David versus Goliath tag team bout here for the night after Summer Spark. Also to be revealed, Tape returning to singles action. More to come in the days to follow. Northern Light suplex bridge into a pin. Wasp's feet being underneath the bottom rope. This is where the inexperience of the High Velocity tag team, Ozone and Atmosphere, comes into play. Some better positioning in the middle, towards the center of the ring, away from the ring ropes. That could have been a very decisive Northern Lights suplex. Ozone tags out. Mosquito immediately going for the legal man here. This is what we go back to when we say that the Murder Hornets are laser focused here tonight. Staring right through the masks of high velocity, right to the windows of their soul. As this tag team bout has reached the 20-minute mark. 20 minutes down and 20 to go. Back-to-back back suplexes from Mosquito. Try saying that 5 times fast. Armbar attempt by Mosquito. Big Bernard, Tommy Tanks training in private, training at their own personal gyms ahead of their tag team championship defense against the fan favorite Murder Hornets. Another roll-up attempt. Irish whip into the ropes. Shoulder block, sending Mosquito through the middle ropes. Another Irish whip, hoping to meet in the middle. Both men had drop kicks in mind. Look at the action on display here. Look at how badly these two teams want to secure the victory here tonight. The fighting spirit on display. This is the first time that High Velocity has gone up against the Murder Hornets, and yet it feels like they just know each other so well. Big diving clothesline from Wasp. Atmosphere is dazed. He's on a different planet right now. Yeah, he finds enough muscle memory to find the corner of the ring. Tossing Wasp off the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're tuning in, we are in the midst of a classic, instant classic tag team bout here tonight. The Murder Hornets in the black and yellow, High Velocity in the red and black. Going toe-to-toe for nearly 25 minutes. Wasp looking for another diving clothesline, missing it. Just narrowly. When you go up against a team like High Velocity, you gotta have high precision when you make those strikes. Our opening bout earlier on tonight, we saw the hardcore champion, the 7'4", 525-pound man beast, Crisp Billy, secure a victory over the #1 contender for the KPW World Heavyweight Championship, the Sauce. In a crushing 4.5-minute bout. I also received a videotape from Pierre Cinema. Representatives of him declaring that despite his condition, he is going to appear at Summer Spark to fight Jedi. nowhere close to 100%, but he's willing to make the sacrifice for KPW, claiming that he will defend KPW from Jedi. Jedi, of course, has been on a conquest to take the whole thing for himself. He's here to run it all, as he claims. Last week we saw him run right through Bam Dardino. We saw him take a baseball bat to Pierre Cinema's face, bust him wide open, swell one of Pierre Cinema's eyes shut, and put 17 stitches into Pierre Cinema's forehead. France's greatest export, we needed some real medical attention there last week. Northern Light suplex countered by Wasp. Wasp and Atmosphere duking it out. The fighting spirit on display from all four of these men. Wasp and Mosquito of the Murder Hornets, Ozone and Atmosphere of High Velocity. To be able to go like this for nearly 30 minutes. Roll-up attempt. 2 count broken up by Ozone. Ozone going up top. He looked like he was preparing some kind of attack from behind, but he didn't want to risk it getting his tag team partner hurt in the mix. That might have cost him everything here. Spinning DDT by Wasp, dragging him away from his tag team partner. Looking for a patented roll-up. Murder Hornets. Murder Hornets almost had the win there. Atmosphere was just that little bit closer to the pin. He had much more ground to break things up compared to Mosquito. Mosquito had to run 2/3 of the way across the ring just to try and secure things for his tag team partner. Ozone taking the fight right to Wasp. Roll-up attempt. 1 count. As we steadily approach the 30-minute mark. Half an hour down and potentially 10 more minutes to go. Tag team action between the Murder Hornets and High Velocity rages on. Headlock countered to a back suplex from Wasp. Mosquito's tagged in. Ozone sliding under the bottom rope. Springboard drop kick from the top rope. The style and grace that High Velocity manages to move around the ring, nothing short of incredible. Awe-inspiring. The springboard back elbow from the second rope. You'd be hard-pressed to find competitors here in KPW that are so comfortable, so acclimated to using the ropes. It's High Velocity here. war is just raging on between these two teams. Big drop kick from Mosquito. Dragging Atmosphere away from his tag partner here. Setting him up for another roll-up pin. Wasp in position to break things up. But Ozone is just too fast to keep up with. High Velocity being the lighter team of the two, but absolutely the more agile team. That agility coming into play, that their stamina, their speed being a crucial point of this bout. Fans here tonight can't believe what they're witnessing. Big drop kick from Wasp. Spinning heel kick to the back of Atmosphere. Murder Hornets looking for a doomsday device. Ozone taking the hit for his tag team partner. Throwing caution to the wind there. What a selfless act from Ozone to protect his tag team partner, just to keep him fresh for the rest of the bout here. We're almost 32 minutes in. 8 minutes on the clock. There's a very real possibility that these four men could take this to a time limit draw. That'd be one hell of a parallel to share with the KPW Tag Team Champions, the Influence. You may remember that the Influence, about a week before they had their championship victory at Cyber Sunday, they secured a 40-minute time limit draw themselves before they went on to win the titles just 6 nights later. Mosquito's in the ring. Ozone meets him. Enziguri sends Ozone stumbling into the ropes. Mosquito slamming Ozone's mask right into the ring post there. He's gonna be feeling that one tomorrow morning. Mosquito seeing red here tonight. Going for both members of High Velocity, whether they're the legal man or not. High Velocity retaliating by taking down Wasp on the outside. Camel clutch in effect. You know, the versatility of High Velocity just never ceases to amaze me here. Now they're able to just slug it out with one of the best tag teams in the division here, the Murder Hornets. How they were able to fight so valiantly against the Boise Boys, the inaugural KPW Tag Team Champions. One half of the Boise Boys, Hollywood Hannon, we'll be seeing him in his in what I believe to be his singles match debut here in KPW. As he goes one-on-one against Popo. Ozone with a roll-up pin of his own. These two teams, these four men, they are absolutely spent. They are desperate to secure the victory here tonight. And who could blame them? Both of these teams tapping into the reserve tank here. Another roll-up attempt. And High Velocity secures an upset here tonight. Their second match ever here on KPW. Here in War Zone, 2 matches in less than a week. The 6-day difference. High Velocity securing a victory, taking a page out of the Murder Hornets' book. With Ozone securing a roll-up of his own against Wasp. 35 minutes into the bout. The crowd here in the Kumite Forum giving both teams a standing ovation. After the war that raged on in front of them, this battle between two teams just to see who the better team was. And we got that answer here tonight. High Velocity is definitely going to be a team to look out for in the future in KPW. Especially with a victory like this over the #1 contenders, the Murder Hornets. This hasn't been a good night if you're lined up for #1 contendership. The Sauce was particularly unlucky earlier tonight against Crisp Billy. The Murder Hornets were particularly unlucky against High Velocity. Congratulations to the rookies, the indie sensations, the Luchador tag team, High Velocity. And it appears that we have cameras backstage waiting to hear from one of the 2 men main eventing tonight's episode of Warzone. Self-proclaimed shape of the future, a true role model himself, really. Ricky Rhombus.
Shuko, you needle-dick shithead. You just couldn't handle that the spotlight wasn't shining on you for once. You just couldn't bear the thought that Pretty Ricky jumped the line to get a world title shot before you. I have never seen anybody stoop to such depths over a title shot they never earned. It's even more pathetic that KPW let this happen twice. Twice! You screwed Pierre out of his title shot because he walked all over your ass and earned it like a man. And now you screw me out of my shot because I wouldn't acknowledge you? Well, acknowledge this. I just spoke to the head of talent relations the other day because your repeated run-ins put your job at risk. I would have loved to see you on the chopping block, Shuko, but you know what I said? I pulled Kim Jornet to the side and said, firing this man is injustice for me. It's not going to help the show in any way. The people were robbed of seeing Pretty Ricky fight a world-caliber match at 100%. But I'm going to be at 100% by say, Summer Spark? And look at you now, Shuko. Now you still have a job. You won't even be suspended over those 2 run-ins. But what you're going to do is thank me for keeping your career alive for another 6 days. 'Cause at Summer Spark, I'm going to chop you up.
And there must be blood. There must be blood in the water here tonight. A lot of animosity building up ahead of Summer Spark. Ricky Rhombus. Looking to be on the offensive here against Sigma Shuko at Summer Spark, getting that match. Learning that he actually saved his job just so he could beat it out of him. Forget him being called Pretty Ricky. It's a pretty petty excuse, but I can't blame the guy. When you talk about pretty, you can't talk about a man like the heartthrob Popo. But he's gonna need to cover up that pretty face when he has to deal with the clubs coming from the 300-pound Hollywood Hannon, as he's assisted to the ring by tag team partner David Rush. Record breakers, record setters. The Boise Boys have been on an absolute warpath ever since they've been signed to KPW. Popo's hoping to get the most out of this situation here. Things haven't been so bright for Popo ever since he lost the KPW Twitch Championship to Slarty all the way back at Hardcore Heaven in May. Hollywood Hannon mounting up quite the offense. Big club to the chest of Popo. Absolute anarchy outside the ring here. Irish whip into the apron from Hollywood Hannon. We've seen that him and David Rush, they are not above taking count out victories. Popo getting back into the ring. Hollywood Hannon attempting to do the same. Popo trying to control Hollywood Hannon. A bold strategy for sure, but there's no guarantees with it. Hip toss from Popo. Popo still had some high profile matches ever since losing that KPW Twitch Championship. He's been on the hunt for some gold. He entered himself last in that Lethal Lottery match. He was in the final two against the eventual Lethal Lottery winner, the Sauce, and he would fall short that night. Big tiger suplex outside of the ring. Popo flying halfway across the barrier outside the padding, and he just finds energy to get right back up. The brute force on display from Hollywood Hannon. Popo diving over the top, launching to the outside. Hollywood Hannon looking to resort to some weaponry here. Popo not allowing that for even a second. He's making him earn that victory here tonight. Big diving clothesline from Hollywood Hannon. As business is picking up between these two. Back suplex to Popo. Body slam by Popo. For some mounted punches. Those clotheslines, those big arms of Hollywood Hannon Definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of those. Nobody could throw a meaner lariat in KPW than Hollywood Hannon, one half of the Boise boys. Big baseball slide from Hollywood Hannon, incapacitating Popo. Hollywood Hannon going up top to deliver a knee drop. Popo narrowly avoids disaster there. Hollywood Hannon was looking to aim for the sternum of Popo, take the breath out of him, immobilize him so he couldn't get back in the ring. Immobilize him so he couldn't make the 20 count. Popo gets thrown out of the ring again. 6'8" Hollywood Hannon scaling over the top rope to meet Popo on the floor. Enziguri counter from Popo. Back suplex from the former Twitch champion. Snap jab to the face of Hollywood Hannon. Hollywood going up top. Diving clothesline finds its mark on Popo. X marks the spot. Popo going low with a low blow to Hollywood Hannon. Hollywood didn't wear a cup here tonight. Big running knee into the corner. Ankle lock. Hollywood Hannon showcasing his strength here. Fall away slam. Being able to lift up Popo with just one arm. And Hollywood Hannon's looking for that patented Hollywood Lariat. A signature move, a trademark of a traditional Boise Boys beatdown. Popo and Hollywood Hannon sizing each other up, looking for another opening, looking for another opportunity to strike. Reverse armbar by Popo, trying to neutralize those big arms of Hollywood Hannon. If I'm not going to be able to dodge those lariats, I better make them weaker. A kick to the gut, taking Popo down to the mat. Very quietly, Popo has been picking up quite a record here in KPW. Picking up victories over the most unlikeliest of opponents. Popo looking for yet another plancha. Hollywood narrowly dodges it though. Popo might not have the most perfect record here in KPW, but he's definitely mastered losing with absolute grace. The fans here tonight definitely feel like Popo is a winner no matter what situation he gets thrown into. This is what happens when a Texas man and an Idaho man meet in the middle of a ring. You get 9 minutes of a slugfest, an absolute striking power on display from both of these men. Pushing each other to the limit. Big jab in the corner to Hollywood Hannon. David Rush looking on. Popo securing the advantage here. Roll up attempt. Looking David Rush in the eyes. Oh, he does it. Only a 1 count. And a big clothesline from Hollywood Hannon from the floor. And he's making Popo pay for that. Trying to remind Popo to keep his eyes specifically on Hollywood. You take your eyes off of Hollywood and you'll be staring up at the lights, looking at the stars. And a good view of Big Dipper here tonight. Pump handle slam from Hollywood Hannon. Pinfall. And Popo almost getting knocked senseless here from that. Hollywood Hannon looking for another lariat. Popo's gotta be out. He's gotta be out. And he's not! Popo keeps fighting for another day. And Hollywood's sending a message here, a third lariat. Enough is enough. You've made your point. Popo going halfway across the ring, missing that body splash. The crowd chanting for one more lariat. Hollywood's looking to give it to them anyway. Drop down. Meet in the middle there. What it's like when two heads collide. Another 2 count from the referee. The resilience on display from Popo here tonight is absolutely admirable here. Pile driver from Popo. Setting him up for a big splash from the top. Hollywood getting his knees up. Wrist lock reversal from Hollywood Hannon. The tide is certainly shifted in his favor. Big flapjack from Hollywood Hannon. Popo going splat on the mat. Irish whip reversal from Popo. Hollywood raking the eyes of Popo. Going to the top. Missing an elbow from the second rope, excuse me. So shaken up, so caught off guard. The way that both of these men are digging deep into their repertoires, their arsenal, their toolkit, their weapons. Just to secure the victory here tonight, Hollywood Hannon taking the fight right to Popo. Oh, Hollywood's pissed. Hollywood Hannon is pissed. Big release Tiger suplex. Popo landing on his neck. Lateral press. This could be it. And Hollywood gets the big victory here tonight. As we get another angle, another shot of this release Tiger suplex. Good God. Popo's head bouncing off the bottom rope there. What a nasty landing Popo took. Oh my God. As Hollywood Hannon makes one hell of a first impression, his singles debut here in KPW. We haven't seen Hollywood Hannon dish out such a beatdown since he knocked out Willie Nixon of the Raging Bulls with that patented lariat. That Popo's gonna need a lot more than just an ice pack. Congratulations to one half of the Boise Boys, the brute force, the muscle of the team, Hollywood Hannon. And now it's time for our main event match. Ricky Rhombus goes one-on-one against the KPW Twitch champion, the one and only Slarty. Ricky Rhombus has a lot to prove here tonight. A lot of the criticism that he faced going into that world title match 2 weeks ago is that he only secured one victory and it was over Ding. That's one hell of a victory to have. That's a quality victory to make, to get an opportunity like that. But that was his only win ever since he came to KPW. And tonight he has a chance to change things while sending a message to Sigma Shuko 6 nights ahead of Summer Spark. And the Twitch champion makes his way down to the ring. Our longest reigning champion in KPW history. He gets close to the triple digits in his title reign, setting the record, setting the bar high for any other champion that wants to make a mark here in KPW. As Ricky Rhombus is just on the assault here tonight, burning things off hot against Slarty. Ricky Rhombus was looking for the shape up there to end things quick. Wanted to add insult to injury. Slarty doing a release German suplex, deadlifting him from the mat. Big Frog drop toe hold. Many people have doubts about if Ricky Rhombus is truly ready to become a big time player in KPW, become the main event player that he thinks he could become. Back suplex. As he cinches in a single leg Boston Crab against Slarty. Putting his own spin on Slarty's patented Lion Tamer. Going back to assaulting the legs of Slarty. You want to talk about pure strikers in KPW? You want to talk about like who could bring the heat? Slarty's made quite a reputation for bringing the heat here in KPW, securing almost as many knockouts as Hollywood Hannon. And it's all thanks to his quick strikes and power. Big clothesline from Slarty. Slarty's not a man to shy away from a fight. And he's got one hell of a fight ahead of him at Summer Spark. Slarty defending the KPW Twitch Championship against Corey Sinclair inside a steel cage. Ricky Rhombus looking for a double underhook suplex. Slarty powers out of it. Arch whip it to the ropes. Drop down from Ricky. Big overhead punch to the Twitch champion there. Going back to that single leg Boston Crab. And he taps out the Twitch champion. Ricky Rhombus. Making his message loud and clear for Sigma Shuko. Look what I just did to your boy. Artie is reeling in the corner of the ring right now. Holding his knee. Making sure nothing is torn out of the socket. Look at that torque on display from Ricky Rhombus. You want to talk about dominating victories. You want to talk about the quality of his victories. Ricky Rhombus went out of his way to prove the doubters wrong here. In our main event here of Warzone tonight. What a decisive victory from the shape of the future, Ricky Rhombus. And what a message to send ahead of Summer Spark as we run down the card once more. 6 nights from tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. On the Team Adhesive Broadcasting channel. A steel cage match for the KPW Twitch Championship. Slarty goes one-on-one once again against Corey Sinclair. who's hoping to make this his final stop in his patented revenge tour. Ricky Rhombus, who of course just emerged victorious against the Twitch champion Slarty, goes one-on-one against Sigwashuko, hoping to avenge that attack that he was on the receiving end from before his world championship bout 2 weeks ago. The KPW Tag Team Championships, the Murder Hornets, Wasp and Mosquito, go one-on-one against Big Bernard and Tommy Tanks, the Influence, the Tag Team Champions, in their first defense. For the Hardcore Championship, an 8-man Hardcore Scramble, Crisp Billy, who emerged victorious in our opening bout against the Sauce, goes up against 7 other men. 8 men enter, 7 falls will be counted, and only 1 man will emerge victorious, and as the KPW Hardcore Champion. And in a grudge match, Pierre Cinema throwing himself into the line of fire, hoping to defend KPW, hoping to gatekeep the Viceroy Jedi from what he believes that he will destroy this company from the inside out, take it all for himself, and take the world title away from KPW. But we know that Pierre Cinema is nowhere close to 100%. What kind of fight does he have left in him? We'll have to see at Summer Spark. But when you want to talk about big fights, you want to talk about big fight feels. The World Heavyweight Championship up for grabs August 25th. The Sauce, the Lethal Lottery winner, the inaugural KPW Twitch champion, goes one-on-one against the Icon, the Man, our second ever KPW World Heavyweight Champion, the man they call Ding. In what many claim to be the biggest bout in KPW's storied history. We'll be joining you for that in 6 nights on Summer Spark. I've been Tapey Styles, the only man that can call the action right down the middle, flying solo as always. Wishing well to all the viewers here tonight, wishing well to all the attendees in the Kumite Forum to stay safe, drive home safe, and to take care. And we'll be seeing you 6 nights from now from the Kumite Square Garden, Summer Spark, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central.